I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better? Yeah. Running and running and running and running and running and running. We won't stop. Competition got them on lock. Shut them down, open up shop. Yeah, up 20 with the top spot. 20 down like it's stock drop. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better? I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
Welcome to another week here on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend. You are watching on YouTube, on High Spots TV, on Local Now Wrestling Spotlight, and Caffeine TV. And there won't be a shot of caffeine needed for these two, ATM and Mason St. Goods. Ben, take it away.
Introducing first, accompanied by Cinco from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 205 pounds. He is too good. Mason St. Goods.
He's letting everybody know he says he's the one that's too good.
And his opponent from East St. Louis, Illinois, 205 pounds, the Moneymaker, ATM.
Hugely bright future on both these young men. The Moneymaker, ATM, who is clearly the favorite inside Delmar Hall with this St. Louis crowd. Mason St. Goods, who pretty much turned his back on all of his friends to join Cinco and the crew, but for his career, maybe a good decision. Now aligned with Calvin Tankman, Mike Outlaw, and Raheem Della Suede. Collar and elbow tie up, and you hear the fans already chanting for ATM. As always, it's the voice, Reed Duffy, with you here from Delmar Hall in St. Louis, and always a pleasure to be back on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend. Mason St. Goods takes the arm, ATM rolls through with the wrist. St. Goods slides his way through. Arm wringer took the wrist lock to the headlock. Side headlock from Mason St. Goods. He gets whipped off into the buckles. Arm drag takeover. Beautifully done by ATM, who steps in. Kicked off by St. Goods. Mason, scoop and slam. ATM's gonna kick him away. Mason St. Goods charges back in underneath. ATM ducks, German suplex perhaps. Mason St. Goods is going to hit the brakes. ATM held on. Oh, Mason St. Goods though able to turn around and boot him back down to the canvas. Mason St. Goods back up to his feet, dragging ATM along with him. Whip off the ropes. ATM elevates with the drop kick. Got it. Oh, ATM throws a fine drop kick, one of the best in professional wrestling. He'll charge to the corner, elevated up and over the top, landing on his feet on the outside. Into Geary to the back of the head. ATM charges, hesitation, drop kick, shotgun style. Both boots right through the jawline. Hook at the outside leg, count of 1, 2, and that jolly will get from referee Christopher Miles. ATM has been on an upswing in Glory Pro Wrestling, as has Mason St. Goods, although his run was stopped by Xavier Walker, who has been running through the crew. Cinco, bit of a distraction on ATM, and Mason St. Goods just got up with that drop kick to the gut. Caught Mason St. Goods flying in, caught ATM flying in, did Mason St. Goods, and drove all the air right out of him. Boot to the midsection. Step through. Oh, I thought he might have been thinking sharpshooter. Instead, he just dropped the boot right to the midsection of ATM. And Mr. All That Matters is in trouble. Still to come, two of the hottest young tag teams in Glory Pro Wrestling. The Premier will go head-to-head with the new guys. And in our main event, Rohit Raju, the Alpha 1-0 Gravity Champion, takes on Allie Katch in what should be a very interesting matchup. Boot to the corner. And Mason St. Goods trying to fire away. Piston boots into ATM, who is closed down in that corner and slumped. Mason stepping back over. He'll pick ATM back up. Looking for the front face lock. Roll through. Mason St. Goods across the ring, and ATM hit hard. These two men have walked the same roads out of the St. Louis area. ATM a little bit ahead of Mason St. Goods in making his Glory Pro Wrestling debut. At that time, a member of No Role Models. Mason St. Goods followed along that line. He and Chris Hendricks were the next group, and then that disintegrated. Mason St. Goods went his own way, and ATM has gone from being reviled to revered as he won the hearts back of the St. Louis crowd after some, let's say, early career shenanigans, including an unprovoked attack on Tootie Lynn, but that was long, long ago. As down to the body goes Mason St. Goods. Tootie forgave him, and I think the rest of us can as well. Down to the midsection, ATM. He's going to slingshot his way up and over. That was a couple of years ago, by the way. As Cinco hanging on. Mason St. Goods not letting ATM step through. Christopher Miles didn't see it until the very end, and that allowed Mason St. Goods the advantage. Fans aren't going to like it, but the referee can't see it. He can't call it. And ATM is in big trouble. Mason St. Goods stalking over top. Count of 1, 2, and no. That's all he's going to get. Rear chin lock. Oh, Brock lock. Reverse bear hug. It's an amateur wrestling or a catch wrestling submission hold. A bear hug from that back side where he jams those, you clasp those hands and then you jam them in to your opponent's midsection and you just drive all the air right out of them and you squeeze as hard as you can. The only thing is you can gas out your arms as ATM throws that back elbow. Off the ropes. Mason St. Goods rewind, wanted the splash, out of the way is ATM. Mason St. Goods over the top. ATM flies and rolls his way through with that forearm.
5 minutes down.
Mason St. Goods trying to recover to the corner. ATM pops up to his feet. ATM says he's going to charge. Elevates in with the knee. Slides his way to the outside. ATM going all the way up. Hello, top floor, double stomp. Leveled Mason St. Goods with it. He's out. Count of 1, 2, and this, no, Mason St. Goods survives. Oh, what recovery from Mason St. Goods. It looked like ATM had this match locked. ATM off the ropes, rewind himself. Mason St. Goods follows, caught him with the knee. Pulling him right back up to his feet. Gut wrench position, no, to the pump handle. Pick up and gut buster out of that pump handle. Didn't get all of it, but got enough on the point of the knee. Just a count of 2. ATM able to survive. Cinco asking Christopher Miles why he's counting so slow, and I disagree. I think the cadence has been the same. Christopher Miles has been strong with that cadence thus far. Pulling ATM up to his feet. Again, looking rewind. Oh, caught to the shoulders. Death Valley driver incoming. Oh, down across the knee. Back of the neck over the knee of ATM. Follows in quick succession. Fisherman buster to the knee. To the floor goes Mason St. Goods. Can ATM follow up? He'll roll out and grab Mason St. Goods, looking to roll him back into the ring. Mason St. Goods on his feet on the floor. ATM, oh, lights him up with a kick. Make it 2. And Mason St. Goods reeling around ringside. ATM tossed off and, oh, what did he hit? He hit hard on the floor. He hit the stairs. That's what he hit. And that could be all right here for ATM. No, he makes his way back up. ATM able to roll his way back into the ring to beat the count. ATM, last gasp perhaps. Rewind cutter. ATM back up to his feet. Can he make it count? He wants to tune up the band or maybe hit the cash register. And Cinco up on the apron. Watch out, the chain is in play. Ducking out of the way is Mason St. Good's. Oh, down to the body. Down to the body with the chain. And it's laying on the ring apron. Mason St. Good's brainbuster. Brainbuster, hook of the outside leg. No, 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 no. Stolen.
At 8:16, your winner by pinfall, Mason St. Good.
Last week in our main event, we saw Raheem De La Suede steal one from Effie, and once again, the chain comes into play down to the body from Mason St. Good's. It stops all the momentum ATM had rolling, and Mason St. Good's gets the 1-2-3. Christopher Miles getting into the face of Mason St. Good's, not liking his behavior following the victory, and this is unnecessary as he picks ATM up and sends him out to the floor. Disgusting behavior from Mason St. Good's. But the record book is going to read 1-2-3 for the member of the crew. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, clash of great young tag teams, the Premier, the New Guys on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend.
Introducing Smack Talk Showdown. Fulfill your dreams of becoming a professional wrestler. You and your friends adopt the most wild personas, give outrageous promos, and feel the burn as you tear into the mic and into your best friends with Smack Talk Showdown. This is the only party game where smack talking isn't just encouraged, it's required. Watch as friendships are tested, alliances are formed, and laughter is guaranteed. It's time to wrestle with words. Get ready for the ultimate smack talking experience, Smack Talk Showdown. Let the smack talking begin. Visit smacktalkshowdown.com, second edition available now.
I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
Here we go on the tag team side. And this is a matchup of two of the most exciting young tag teams in all of Glory Pro Wrestling. Stepping into the ring, you see the New Guys. Jake Bosch in front, Scott Stanley on the backside. And they get a reaction everywhere they go. But their opposition in this one are on a roll. 3 straight wins in Glory Pro Wrestling for Campbell Myers and SK Bishop. That's Campbell Myers now on your left, SK Bishop on your right. Ben, take it away.
Match set for one fall. Introducing first, coming straight out of training, the team of Jake Bosch and Scott Stanley, the New Guys.
You guys have been ultra impressive since arriving.
And their opponents from Kansas City, the team of the Premier Superstar Campbell Myers and that boy SK Bishop, the Premier.
SK Bishop to the far side, Campbell Myers on the closest side. Now you see left and right Bishop and Myers. The Premier to take on the New Guys, two of my favorite young tag teams in all of professional wrestling. And it's going to be Campbell Myers who gets the start. Well, they're going to jump it quick. Boot to the face of Jake Bosch. And Campbell Myers looks like he's going to fly. From way up the top, frog splash. This could be over. 2 and no. Scott Stanley able to escape as Jake Bosch was booted off the apron.
Not bad for you guys. Not bad.
Now, in total, 4 years experience tagging between SK Bishop and Campbell Myers, but really just coming into their own as a team. Scott Stanley underneath, and then it's a double spear. And that's a big moment for the power of the new guys. Scott Stanley wearing those fight-style shorts, dives his way through suicide to the floor. Uh-oh, Jake Bosch, and this young man is an aerial artist, up and over the top. Front flip dive. Clears the top rope all the way out to the floor at Delmar Hall, and Jake Bosch is really getting the crowd going. Count of 1, 2, and that's all on the hook of the near leg. Bosch and Stanley coming off a loss in what was a tremendous matchup against Bang and Matthews. They had a brilliant battle back and forth. Stanley, second rope on the inside, drops that double axe handle to the arm of Campbell Myers. Stanley takes the arm wringer. Myers trying to back Stanley towards the rope. There is a size and strength advantage in this matchup on the side of the Premier. And Campbell Myers being forced back. He'll step back in, but stepped right into the boot of Scott Stanley. SK Bishop comes across, and he eats a forearm. Ducking out of the way, Stanley. Oh, smart move there by SK Bishop as he hangs on to Myers' hands. And Stanley slides out through that second rope to the floor. Still cuts off Bishop. Here comes Myers. Got him too. Scott Stanley, you're not going to want to waste time here trying to get back in. Oh, and SK Bishop. You know where that got him? Right in the Stanleys. And a boot to the side of the head by Campbell Myers. The new guys young on the scene. Really rookies in the tag division here in Glory Pro. 1-1 since arriving. As I mentioned, the Premier 3-0 in their last 3. Their last loss was to the former Glory Pro United Glory Tag Team Champions, the Philly Marino experience, that back at Anniversario. And strangling in the corner is SK Bishop. And over to the ropes. Campbell Myers is going to continue the assault. Putting Stanley over that middle rope and just choking away. Fans chanting for Scott Stanley. They love this team of the new guys. Right hand lands from Campbell Myers, jack the jaw of Scott Stanley, who backs off towards the corner where SK Bishop is awaiting. And Bishop will step back in, and the Premier stays in control. SK Bishop is an incredible athlete as he hoists Scott Stanley up. Carries him right across the ring, backbreaker. And notice how he keeps himself in between Scott Stanley and Jake Bosch. There's no hint of allowing Scott Stanley to get back to his corner. Smart tag team work by the Premier. And Scott Stanley is in big trouble. He is in no man's land just at the moment. And now even worse, over to the corner of the Premier. Campbell Myers awaiting his opportunity to get back in and continue. And with SK Bishop backing off, Myers is just going to make things a little bit more miserable. Jake Bosch is going to step in, and there's the tag team experience of the Premier. Got Jake Bosch to step in, distracting the referee, and that allows the Premier to continue to work over Scott Stanley. Both these teams, obviously with eyes forward towards the Road Warrior Cup, as Campbell Myers with a boot right through the jaw of Scott Stanley. A win here would put either of them in great shape for that tournament. And imagine what a win in a Road Warrior Cup situation would do for either one of these combinations. You want to talk about rocketing up the rankings. Down to the body goes Scott Stanley, make it 2. Stanley with a third, going left and right, and then slammed to the canvas by Campbell Myers. Campbell Myers stepping over to Scott Stanley. He's just standing on the back of his head. More insult than anything as Campbell Myers and SK Bishop maybe trying to prove a bit of a point here. SK Bishop making his way back in. And he takes Scott Stanley down to the mat and just grinds him there. Side headlock rolling over SK Bishop. Keeping control beautifully, and again keeping himself between Scott Stanley and Jake Bosch, though Stanley trying to fight his way back, and then Bishop tosses him back to the corner. It's got to feel a little bit helpless just at the moment if you're Scott Stanley. Thought it might have been an exploder setup. Instead, power slam over to the corner and plants him. Campbell Myers saying, do that thing you do. Roll through. Bit of a rolling thunder. And Campbell Myers saying he wants his shot at it. Scott Stanley down, and the Premier might be taking this a little bit too lightly. Yeah, and Campbell Myers on the roll through right into the lateral press. Again, a little bit of insult being added. As Campbell Myers booting Scott Stanley back over to the corner. Decks him with the right forearm. SK Bishop right back in. It's been quick tags here for the Premier. Double team looking for the back suplex. Scott Stanley lands on his feet. SK Bishop charges. Stanley out of the way. Drop to hold by Campbell Myers. SK Bishop, step up double stomp. Used Scott Stanley as the launch, then dropped the boots on the back of the head. Count of 2. That's all he'll get. Scott Stanley, though, is reeling right now as SK Bishop gives him a shot to the side of the head and kicking him back over towards the corner of the Premier. Bishop just putting a bad mouth on Stanley while he does it as well. Knife edge chop lands right back from Stanley, and then Bishop will answer downstairs, shoulder block. Campbell Myers tags in. Kick down to the leg. He's trying to take the base out of Scott Stanley. And if Stanley can't stand, how's he going to get over to the corner to meet Jake Bosch? The Premier a little bit too premature. Duck the heads. Stanley knocks down SK Bishop with the boot. Rolls his way through. What a kick on Campbell Myers. Sent him right out of the ring. Huge opportunity here. Jake Bosch is just chomping at the bit to get into this matchup. SK Bishop trying to prevent it. Bishop doesn't quite know where he is. Has a hold of the foot of Stanley. He's sent off. Stanley's got to dive. Campbell Myers. He pulled Jake Bosch off the ring apron. And again, a boot to the back of the head from SK Bishop. And a smart move by Campbell Myers, even if it is bending those rules pretty heavily. SK Bishop, right forearm. Scott Stanley back to the ropes. Bishop charges out of the way of Stanley. Snap German. Stanley's got to post up. He's got to get to his corner. He's not going to have too many more chances before the Premier can put him away here. Campbell Myers on his horse around ringside. Bosch saw him coming. Landed the kick. Stanley tagged to Jake Bosch. The freshman, diving European uppercut. He got all of it. Spinning back kick downstairs. SK Bishop catches the boot. Shotguns with the other. Campbell Myers in. Duck from the backside. Hooked. Leaping DDT. I believe that was a take on the Impaler. Adam Copeland style. Up to the shoulders. Fellow Canadian, by the way. TKO. Count of 1, 2, and this is not over. SK Bishop able to escape. Jake Bosch back to the... Scott Stanley wants back in. How has Stanley survived this long? Double team perhaps on its way. Stanley, front face lock on SK Bishop. Up and over the back. Bishop lands on his feet. Campbell Myers launched Jake Bosch onto the ramp. Stanley caught with a kick from Myers. Walked right into SK Bishop. Fisherman set up. Stanley lands on his feet. The Premier almost run into one another. Forearm knocks Campbell Myers to the floor. Look at Jake Bosch is all the way up the runway. Now Scott Stanley. Right forearm lands to the body, then up the top. Stanley who has a background in the fighting arts. Shoulder block, Northern Lights with a release. Jake Bosch, oh my God, where did he come from? Frog splash on the slingshot, Campbell Myers. Old school, like he was playing football, just blocked the D lineman into the pile. And the count in. The legal men are still S.K. Bishop and Scott Stanley. But Jake Bosch also down and Campbell Myers on the floor. Jake Bosch tried to stop Campbell Myers from being able to break up that pinfall attempt, but they both ended up tumbling out of the ring. S.K. Bishop being hauled back up to his feet. Jake Bosch from the corner, charges, Campbell Myers hooked him down at the ankle. And Myers just clattered him into the guardrail. S.K. Bishop caught on the go behind by Scott Stanley. Roll up from the backside. Campbell Myers stepping in. Oh, there was a tag made. Campbell Myers with the boot. Landed it. Scott Stanley, front face lock position. Hoisted, turned inside out. Oh, that's got to be all onto the knees. Hooked the leg, count of 1, 2, and the Premier with a big-time victory.
And 11:49, your winners by pinfall, Bishop and Myers, the Premier.
Oh, man, it's too pretty in here. Let's say we take it back to the trap one time.
The Premier are going to be a force in looking for those United Glory Tag Team titles. Campbell Myers and S.K. Bishop, size, speed, strength, they've got it all. Got to think it's a matter of time until there is tag team gold around those waists. But I don't think we have seen the last of the confrontations between these two great young teams. The new guys put up a heck of a fight against the more experienced Premier. I can only imagine how good these two teams are going to be down the line. Can't wait to see them back into the ring. But the Road Warrior Cup, that field looks incredible if these two teams are apart.
We start with fresh shredded lettuce. Add in thin sliced local tomatoes. Every sandwich gets topped with our secret recipe sauce, Cage sauce. All these elements top our steakhouse quality beef and American cheese to create the chopped cheese, a standard above the rest, only from Central State Sandwiches. Quality.
Oh, I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
Main event time here on Glory Pro Wrestling. Ascend on YouTube, High Spots TV, and Caffeine TV. Our newest friends. Ben, it's all yours.
This contest is sanctioned by Alpha One Wrestling, the best wrestling in Canada.
That is
It
true.
is for the Alpha One Zero Gravity Championship. One fall. Tonight's contests have 30-minute time limits. Your referee is Christopher Miles. Introducing first, from the whole damn state of Texas, Allie Katch.
Allie Katch is not a stranger to Alpha One Wrestling.
And her opponent, weighing 187 pounds, his mother calls him son because he shines like one, the defending Zero Gravity Champion, Rohit Raju.
Love him, hate him. I don't think in his career he's ever looked better than he does right now, and then he has while holding the Alpha One Zero Gravity Championship. It's a long list of great names that have held that title. Ricky Shane Page at the top of it. Alessandro Del Bruno has had that Zero Gravity Championship. And Rohit Raju has turned aside all comers as Allie Katch mocking a little bit. And again, Allie, no stranger. She spent significant time in Alpha One Wrestling, along with tag team partner Jody Threat as the Punk Rock Pussycats. And Rohit Raju is talking about his trunks, I believe. It's his trunks. And already having trouble with the St. Louis crowd. That's nothing new. It will be an experience edge in this contest for Rohit, though that's never bothered Allie Katch before. Although Rohit immediately dragging her down to the canvas. Allie Katch has become a North American superstar over the last few years. And Rohit, I believe, making his feelings known on the state of Texas. I'm not sure if there's anywhere he actually really does like. As go behind, Allie, tossed off by Rohit. Hit the pose, hit the pose. Give him the double biceps. I'm telling you, he's in tremendous shape. You don't have to like the tactics to agree with that in a little amateur wrestling ride. And then, that's just a signal of I'm better than you. As Rohit, he might make Allie mad here, and that's a dangerous, idea. As Allie goes to the body and then over the top and now downstairs, swinging away with those rights. Allie off the ropes, boot downstairs from Rohit, and just sends her down to the canvas. Rohit Raju maybe trying to make a statement here early in the match, but Allie Katch coming right back. Right hands all the way along the jawline, popping Rohit into the buckles. Oh, Rohit hit hard. And across to the other side. Knife edge chop lands. Ow. And Rohit backs off to the buckles as Allie Katch after it. Allie far from the first alpha female, perhaps, to compete for the Alpha One Wrestling Zero Gravity Championship. Colby Durst and Heidi Lovelace. Now, Ruby Soho had wars over that title. And down in the corner goes Rohit Raju. Rohit being pulled back to his feet as Allie takes control. Rolling through with the arm. Rohit hits the brakes on it. Allie rolls through a second time. Trying to pull. Oh, Allie off the ropes, and she takes a boot downstairs. Now being backed off. Rohit. Oh, you could hear that chop over the top clatter off his back. Off the ropes. No, Rohit reverses. Allie slides underneath. Makes her way back to the feet. And a little amateur wrestling ride of her own. Oh, and slap in the back of the head. Allie says you're not the only one that knows how to do it. Rohit off the ropes, little crisscross, shoulder block down to the canvas. And landing hard that time was Allie Katch. Mentioned the history of the Zero Gravity title earlier on. As I mentioned, Alessandro Del Bruno's held that title on a couple of occasions. You've had BMD, Brett Michael David, Dan the Dad, Orange Cassidy, Trey Miguel, and of course the late, great Brody Lee. Allie Katch trying to write her name onto that list. And a boot to Rohit Raju. Out to the floor goes Rohit, landing on his feet. Allie yanked down to the canvas, face first, and Rohit takes it right into the guardrail. Well, the violence picking up in this contest. And I think Rohit has noticed that Allie's given him a bit more of a run than he might have been expecting coming in. Allie down on the floor. Rohit has been holding that Alpha One Zero Gravity title with an iron grip, defending it in both Canada and the United States. Oh, knife edge chop, and that'll rattle the chest of Allie Katch. Rohit rolls Allie back in. Count of one and a half. It's going to take a lot to take that title from around the waist of Rohit Raju. his experience level, I mean, no stranger to gold. Former TNA Wrestling X Division champion, so you know he knows how to hold the gold. Snap suplex. Speak of another title with great lineage. Rear chinlock by Rohit Raju. Forcing Allie down to the canvas, onto her side. And now Rohit may be able to get a breather here while he's going to force Allie to fight for every breath. Allie trying to make her way back to her feet. Rohit switched the grip. See how when Allie was starting to sit up, Rohit switched his hands around palm to palm to try to keep her in position, but Allie able to fight her way out of it. She managed to roll inside. That's the great counter to that side headlock. Roll inside of your opponent and work the body, though Rohit immediately with the shot downstairs. And Rohit wants to fly, and he can do so. Oh, Allie got that top rope, and that's on the Rajuls. Up to the top rope. Allie maybe looking for a superplex here. Rohit, you can see he's got his right hand on that top rope, trying to put the block on. Rohit's going to slide underneath. Power bomb. Allie again, left hand trying to hold on to that turnbuckle. Rohit put himself in a bad spot to take those right hands right to the nose. Allie flies in. Rohit caught the boots. Oh, and now Rohit, combination offense. Dropped her out of that second rope, forearm right across the collarbone. Count of two. I mean, it's perfect placement. Everything that Rohit does is with purpose. Has Allie trapped in the ropes, pulls her back, reverse DDT style, and as he brings her down on the back of her neck and head hit the canvas, he drives his forearm into those collarbones. It's incredibly painful. One arm camel clutch. And now into a straight camel clutch. Shades of the original Sheik. And Rohit trying to wrench back on that hold. Allie trying to get those arms back over the knees. That'll take some of the pressure off of her back. And now back up to her feet. And uses her backside to get a little bit of space. Hey, why not? Allie for the headlock. Gonna shoot off. Rohit kept hold of the trunks, back suplex, and look at the way Rohit slid out as he went for the suplex. He didn't fall straight back with Allie, he turned her in midair. He took it down to his knees, but Allie landed on the back of her head and her neck. Veteran presence, veteran experience, veteran smarts from Rohit Raju. Just little things that he does in a matchup. Right forearm, up to the top rope, Allie Katch. Trying to catch Rohit here. As Rohit maybe took a little bit too much time ascending those turnbuckles. Allie, superplex! And just like that, the title's in danger. But can Allie follow up? She hit hard. And Allie's rolling the wrong way. She might not be able to follow up here. Rohit Raju in big trouble. Allie to the buckles. Rohit's gonna charge. Caught, seated senton. Allie Katch back to her feet. Flies in, avalanche in the corner. Allie with all kinds of pace, the running hip attack. Allie stomps out and she can feel it now. Alpha One Gold is within her grasp. Corner cannonball, great combination. Rohit has both legs hooked, now just the inside. 2.5. 2.5. Oh, Rohit is in big trouble as Allie hit the combination offense and maybe pile driver. No, Rohit able to roll through. Tried the discus clothesline and Allie caught him with a boot to the side of the head. Allie's got a counter for everything just at the moment. Lariat lands. Hook at the outside line. Count 1, 2, it's still not over. Woo, Allie Katch putting on a show here. Rohit on his feet, but he is rocking and reeling. Allie hoists him onto the shoulders. Rohit able to slide down the backside, catches and rolls the dice. Rohit now stepping to the outside. He's trying to ascend those buckles as fast as he can. Last time he got caught. Allie charged in, caught him again. Rohit though slams her into the buckles. Rohit slides, leaps, flatliner, didn't get all of it, but got enough. Count of 1, 2, and Allie able to kick out. Don't think Rohit got everything he wanted on that leaping flatliner. And Rohit Raju keeping eyes on the prize here. Now stepping in, Rohit, bringing her up to her feet, duck underneath. Oh, beautiful landing of that right hand in a second time. And now coming right over the top. Allie with those right forearms, trying everything she can to put Rohit on the back foot. Rohit gets the boot up. Allie cut, oh, that knee. That could have been lights out. Rohit stopped. Rohit was absolutely stunned. Charging in Allie, duck underneath. Rohit rises up with the knee again, and Allie doesn't know where she is just at the moment. Rohit off the ropes. Allie, oh, that might have been instinct. Power bomb. Now to the power slam, sit-out style. Hook of the inside leg, count of 1, 2, and a half. Funny how tag team partners and friends can sometimes mimic their moves, and Allie Katch using that sit-out power slam. It's a favorite of her good friend and tag partner Jody Threat. And nearly paid off right there. Rohit, watch out, going for that title belt. Looked like he was saying he was going to take the count out there for a second. Now being pulled into the ring. Watch it, watch it. Rohit's got the title. Christopher Miles wants to keep eyes on it. Oh! Spiked! Spiked! The pile driver on the belt! Count of 2. It's over!
At 11:35, your winner by pinfall and new Alpha 1 Zero Gravity Champion, Allie Katch.
Allie Katch is the new zero. No, Christopher Miles is waving it off. Oh, it's going to be a disqualification if I just heard right for the pile driver on the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 11:35, the referee has reversed his decision since the pile driver was on the title belt. Therefore, your winner by disqualification and still zero gravity.
Oh, he escaped.
Rohit Raju.
Rohit inserted the title into the matchup. Allie spiked him on it with the pile driver, but it's a disqualification on the belt. Rohit escapes with the title on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend.